Does anybody else have 1 million ideas? Sometimes I see people in this sub asking questions about how to find a good business idea. I have the opposite problem. I have a ton of ideas, some I am more suitable to execute than others. But it almost drives me crazy how many ideas I have but such little time and resources to execute them. Anybody else feel the same way? And if so, how do you work through it? I have sticky notes, texts to myself, a list in my phone, lots of ideas and nothing to show for it. Ideas are a dime a dozen. Actually, making something of an idea is the actual feat. It's a good idea to write down ideas and then revisit them later, and then try to analyze the idea further, like analyze the potential, make a business case, and then an execution of plan. Lots have plenty of ideas, but most of them will prove to be poor once analyzed. And even if analyzed, they still require plenty of work. Save this louder for the people in the back. Your $1 million idea means nothing until it makes money, and I'm sure someone else has already thought of it or it already exists. Most people don't have what it takes to get ideas off the ground and profitable. I'm the dude in the back, use a microphone, puss. Not true. Lol. I started cleaning service in 2021, and I'm outperforming everyone in my city right now. Companies that are 20, 30 years in. How's that? Make it not true. You executed, you are making money from your idea. That's what makes your idea matter in a world where you were certainly not the first to have the idea. I read it wrong. My bad. No worries, and congratulations on running a successful business. I wish you much continued success. Congratulations. How do you like it? I was also thinking about opening one in my area. I always tell people there is no such thing as $1 million idea, only $1 million execution. Yeah, I have an idea to cure cancer. Get out, dude, that's my idea. DC Vax is already waiting on approval. Maybe people miss the mark on make a business case? See it as some ambitious requirement that only banks want to see, and don't see it as a tool. Ah, new business idea, a site that spits out a rating for your idea and level of effort, investment, and what markets to target. I can't recall where it is, and I've vaguely hunted for it, but the US Gov put out a whole ass database on local economy after the last census. It was down to percentages, household spend per zip code on clothing, dining, etc. I need to find that site again. Came here to say this and glad to see it as a top comment. Also, ideas are almost never new or unique. In a world of 8 billion people, someone else already thought of it. Thankfully, that also means there is usually room for more than one person to work on and be successful with the same idea. Always thinking, never doing. Every once in a while, I'll have an old friend send me a link to some product and be like, I remember you coming up with this idea years ago. I honestly have no advice for you, as I am the same way. But if I were to give myself advice, it'd be just fucking pick one and go from there. Hi, do you want to try work with me and meet a group of people who are similar with our thoughts? A group of us put together, working on our ideas, choosing ones that have most potential. We are better of working together than alone. Whatever your decision, I wish you good fortune, healthy life, and prosperous future. But I do hope you work on your ideas with family, friends, or a group of us like-minded folk. 2024 is a big year, I can feel it. Time for change. Count me in. I would love this. I'm a firm believer that a group of people can achieve a lot together. Love to see it. Let me join. Add me. I may be of some help and contribute a bit. May I join? I am in as well. Would love to join. Here for it. I'm in, if you'll have me. Sad times. I feel your pain, haha. Lol. It's like I'm ready about myself, got the same. This sounds interesting. Ideas are the easy part. Not always. People frequently say they have an idea, but then it's, I want to build a site like Facebook, but you can only join if you're a dolphin. Ideas missing a proper audience and a proper business model are just brain farts. We are saying the same thing. It's easy to come up with bad ideas. It's hard to have a good idea and execute. Deleted. Tom Petty thought it was waiting. The term million-dollar idea gets thrown around a lot for ideas that might net someone $10,000 a year by selling to a small niche. Other people will poo-poo this idea because it's not scalable, repeatable, or sustainable as a primary source of income. Find a problem, solve that problem. Create a problem, sell symptomatic relief from that problem. I got a better one. Find a problem that comes and goes on its own. Sell a solution with a money-back guarantee. People will buy when the problem is at its worst, then the problem will go away on its own. See mosquito prevention. I had an idea for a product relating to mosquitoes, but I have absolutely no idea how to execute. And if I saw my product on the shelf somewhere, I would definitely buy it because I really hate mosquitoes, but I have never seen it, so it likely doesn't exist. I have another idea in the same vein, but that would require customizing, so it would likely be a bigger headache. Maybe not that bad. It's using something that's already out there, but for a different purpose. This guy Pharmas. Signed, COVID-19. Not for everyone. I've had periods of time where I just couldn't think of any. It was mostly mindset, but it happens. That's still the easy part. It can be hard, but everything else is harder. I agree. There's a lot more work and knowledge involved in the rest. Totally. Ideas are easy. Good ideas not so easy. But make them a reality. That's what's important. I have a friend that was asked to review ideas. Business students came up for live sports venues related to a competition. He discussed them with me. Maybe it's because of their lack of experience, but most were not original. An app was the most popular, followed by drones delivering concessions to the seats. I think people like to say it's the easy part because it's the first real filter. That's great for you, because on average, only 1 in 7 ideas will work out. So what you need to do is to figure out how to execute them all to the MVP or MMP stage. MVP, MMP, minimum marketable product. Then you need to test them in the marketplace. You need to do this quickly, fail fast, and trash the ideas that do not show promise. The ideas that do show promise, go all out and move fast. In software development, this is called a dual-track development. You fast-track ideas and test them all. Use feedback loops. Ideas are a dime a dozen. Executing upon them is the next step. Filtering them, trashing the losers, and developing the winners is how you win. Fail fast, win big. Yep, this is a good take. There's a book called The Lean Startup that outlines how to quickly bring ideas to market and pivot. I don't agree with everything in the book, but it's got some good advice overall. Really helps not waste a bunch of time on ideas, and also helps get moving so you can try out ideas without having to go all in and risk getting burnt. This 100 cent. There's also an approach called pretotyping. Check out pretotyping.org, pretotyping.org/. As someone in the VC world, I hear world-changing ideas literally all day long. Let me repeat it to you all. Ideas are worth a dime a dozen. Take any of the hundreds of thousands of businesses that people have started. Pick one and try to do it better than everyone else in that space. You will become a millionaire. New ideas won't mean anything. This is basically how digital marketing works. As an entrepreneurial person with ADHD, this is a relatable difficulty. I'm a creative guy. I have tons of ideas, but when it comes to business, it comes down to one idea, executed well, repeated for everyone you can find to be successful. Journal. Put those ideas on paper, but don't forget to focus on the golden goose. That one idea you can repeat ad infinitum to reap your fortune. Eclipse, a nightclub only open one night a year. Cover charge, $5,000. Kitten mittens, tiny mittens for tiny kittens. Your first idea is straight out of the children's book, No Coins Please. It worked in the book, so definitely it will work in real life. I got it from NBC sitcom Parks and Recreation, RFTF/K3A8Q50, 30 seconds in. The other one is 620's shared. 220 feature shared. Gosh, I do love these ridiculous shows. Take my money. You don't work through it because they stay grander in your mind. You have fear that when you try to actually work on it, it won't be as what you pictured. There's something deep inside you that knows that the idea isn't that great. If it truly was great, you wouldn't be able to help yourself and work on it. Time, resources has little to do with it. If you knew how to invent time travel, investors would give infinite money. I really like your perspective. Our smaller restricted subreddit could use more rational voices like this to help other SaaS founders along. Come on over. I've met people like the OP in many startup events. Many of those ideas are realized today in the market one way or another. Other ideas are obscure and will not make a business rather than a hobby. Really good, thought through, and feasible ideas are very rare to be seen. Just need to make $1 off each idea. I'm part of a website, graphic designer, that caters to 1 million ideas without having to break open your wallet, split.hubsplit.com. I actually signed up a few months ago because I was interested in their operation. You can list products and services for rent there, but the real value actually played in this sub pretty good, because whatever idea you have, you can test the waters. So like if you're thinking of starting a window cleaning business, you can list a service on there and try it out, or locksmithing, HVAC, plumbing, web-related, even like knowledge can be rented and training. So yeah, you basically can take whatever idea you got and not have to pay to find out if it's something you want to do. There was a dude on there dragging people's beach equipment to the beach and setting it up for them. It's basically a side hustler's dream. Some person rents his Nerf guns out for parties there. So yeah, if you got 1 million ideas, it's best to throw a few into the try it out bank and find out. Signed up, meaning signed up to work for their company. But I have had a few listings on there. Shit no. I desperately want to start something but have few ideas and none that I have any passion for. Yeah, don't do that. Would you mind share some of those ideas? I burn with 1 million ideas and will often run through marketing ideas for businesses on the spot. As you get older, I'm 48, you learn that it's not a good thing. It's mentally draining, you lose focus and become a busy fool chasing the next idea. So I have to actively calm myself down, and as one person said to me once, pick my runners, or it just becomes idea diarrhea. Although you get unicorns, my advice would be certainly write them down, but find a process of where you actually figure out how to form it and if it's viable. That's hard when you have no funds and no time, but that's part of the challenge of business. And research is just far easier and faster these days. I would also definitely get at least some experience of working for others, because that teaches you basic realities of work. Everyone wants to be a zillionaire in their 20s. I get that. I eventually started my own thing at 35, and 13 years later, it supports me and my now family. It won't be a multi-million-pound business, but I'm fine with that. The majority of businesses provide their owners with a living and hopefully benefits they wouldn't have working for someone else. Pedialyte plus beer Dialyte. Probably easier to market a vodka Gatorade type drink in a can like White Claw. Constantly. I got one. Find people who have the same or similar ideas as you and help them set up their business idea for a price or a piece of their business idea if this is good or not. You can call it Shark Tank. I can totally relate. How many are legit ideas that aren't on the market right now? That's my biggest issue. The app I'm building is already on the market. However, in one of my groups, literally nobody ever mentions it. So either it's not solving the problem or maybe the marketing isn't there. So I am making my own version with a few tweaks and I'm running with it. I'm not coming up with an idea. I am solving a problem. Ideas are actually worthless. How an idea is executed, how it pivots based on feedback, and how it is applied are what matters. I don't really look at them as ideas now. I approach them as a problem. I'm in clubs and hobby groups, and I've been writing down some of the problems I've seen across the board. One of them can be solved with an app. So I'm working on React Native. I just stopped overthinking it and started coding. It's messy and honestly overwhelming trying to go through my code sometimes. I just write and get functionality. It's coming along nicely. I'm going to show it to a few folks with a similar problem soon and see what they think and get feedback. You can't act on multiple ideas until you see one through. You can have all the ideas in the world, but if you don't know how to create marketing, sales, and service systems around an idea, you'll never learn how to solve for constraints in those areas, and you'll never learn to scale by teaching others how to handle each of those aspects of business. Also, you'll likely be the CEO and founder of your first implemented idea. And FYI, you can't be the CEO of two companies. Big mistake a lot of people make. Turtles with no shells. I know, right? Me also, very much. You seem very open to experience kind of personality, which makes you very creative also. I understand that mind jumps everywhere, everything seems interesting, and have ideas around them. I recommend you to read about the big 5 personalities. Understand yours and balance the consciousness plus intelligence. You will get one idea and do it 100%. I got 3.4 million ideas. I have tons I'm constantly looking at to figure out if they are viable and or worth doing. In addition, looking at a ton of traditional businesses to see which I could pull off from a skills point of view, I can afford and what is profitable enough to be worth quitting my day job if it's a business I can't run either at night or hands off. Can you share some that you can't execute? I've been writing my business ideas in a notebook since 1996. Ideas are cheap, execution is everything. Can we create a group or groups of idea people who together make good ideas come to life? An app that removes your ex from social media when you break up. Ideas are like assholes, everybody has them. The difference between the ideation phase and actually making money is execution. You will never make $1 off an idea. You will only make money if you take action. Acta non verba. Deeds, not words. You have the internet at your fingertips, no lack of resources. You got this. Just focus on executing on one idea. If you need any advice, feel free to DM me. This is a good response. Thanks. Yeah, my wife just tells me to shut the fuck up because I annoy her so much. Now when I say, "T thought of a good business idea," she just rolls her eyes. Someone once told me, ditch the notebook. The ideas worth working on are the ones that stick to the brain. Bro, find what you are good at. 1. Write all things you know you can do on paper and cross-cancel what you think would be bad idea for a business. Skills, any skill you have could potentially make you money if you could put your skills to good use. Lawn care, snow removal, cleaning business, power washing, these are some of the easiest startups. Not easy work. I was special ed my whole life. I didn't learn as fast as the other kids. Everything for me was so much harder, especially learning in school. Didn't do much in my high school career, didn't even go to college. My life was going down after high school. I went to work as a custodian. In 2017, realized I wasn't going to amount to anything. A few years later, I had an idea and started my cleaning service in 2021. Just doing homes. Now I'm cleaning huge businesses, doing power washing, window cleaning. I don't even clean homes anymore. I'm too busy now. When you own your cleaning business, you don't earn a custodian pay. I earn triple what a custodian earns in one day. Now, if people want full top-to-bottom cleaning, it's $2,000 for a one-time. I get those 4 times a month. plus working 5 days a week at 3 huge businesses. The key to this shit is to keep going and know what you are doing it for. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. I was called dumb, retarded, slow by everyone I ever know. Guess what? I'm balling on them now. Thanks for sharing. A lot of people are labeled as special needs for being different. They don't take the time to understand that kids might have strengths in other areas. Congrats on your success and perseverance. Never let a label define you. I'm the opposite. I struggle coming up with ideas. Once I have an idea, I'm all in on it, and the creative juices start flowing. No. Cut it out, be realistic, pick one or two and laser focus on it. Everybody else, even the people asking. Same. I got at least like 5 torso money-making ideas, no team and no money to execute. I think the more frustrating thing is that, and not the amount of ideas. I have a billion. That's me, bro. Share your ideas here. Oasis/Oasis of Ideas, .ideas.github.io. I'm waitlisted. Wow, this is cool. Thank you. Hi, do you want to try work with me and meet a group of people who are similar with our thoughts? A group of us put together, working on our ideas, choosing ones that have most potential. We are better of working together than alone. Whatever your decision, I wish you good fortune, healthy life, and prosperous future, but I do hope you work on your ideas with family, friends, or a group of us like-minded folk. 2024 is a big year, I can feel it. Time for change. DM me, bro. DM me too. Yes, it is. Me. Cocaine is awesome. Share them here. It's Oasis of Ideas. Get oasisofideas.github.io. More often than not, a million ideas is the distraction that kills startups. I've seen it time and time again. I'm the same, not quite a million though, haha, but I do write everything down. There was a post on here a while back which might inspire you to publish your ideas for others to use. Think about. reddit.com/businessideas/okreddit.com/businessideas. Okay, fool. Hi. Seems like this would be relevant to you. Oasis-of-ideas.github.io. Hi. Do you want to try work with me and meet a group of people who are similar with our thoughts? A group of us put together, working on our ideas, choosing ones that have most potential. We are better of working together than alone. Whatever your decision, I wish you good fortune, healthy life, and prosperous future. But I do hope you work on your ideas with family, friends, or a group of us like-minded folk. 2024 is a big year, I can feel it. Time for change. Sounds great, DM me please. People do not lack ideas, but majority lack the will to follow through and make them reality. I'm the same. I'm currently limiting myself to 5 important things to do each day and playing it by ear for other tasks based on my free time. Yeah, this is me. I had so many ideas and either failed to do them or done them too slowly. I got left behind. I designed a waterproof cover for washing lines before they existed. I then saw it on Dragon's Den 2 years later. I built a website that was very basic. I guess with all the info done manually, it was similar to the now well-known Checkatrade and my builder. It took me too long to set up and I fell behind. I'd never built a website before, so I self-taught. Technology moved fast, especially with people who knew what to do. 2 years of work wasted. Lol. One recent one was to have fish boxes direct from the boat to your door in sustainable packaging. It was working lovely. We even ended up with a mention on TV from a celebrity chef. Unfortunately, the business partner I chose decided designer clothes for himself rather than paying suppliers and the rent. It's a blessing but a curse. Pick one and do it. This is me. I write them all down. Eventually, I'd like to have my own physical business rather than stocks/freelancing. The time now, though, is to gather as much funds as possible. One of these ideas will be my calling, but it has to logistically make sense first. I'm in your boat. I'm only in a position to try and execute one, but there's two I really would love to see made. One of them is an adaptable device for older or injured drummers who can't pull their heel off the ground to actuate the bass drum pedal. I'm more interested in seeing it made than I am with making money. The one I'm executing right now is the first time I've been proud in a very long time.